Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's Monday, and you know what that means. It's time for another episode of the Raw Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you all the wrestling action from Monday Night Raw, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 2102. And this is the Raw Event Center for March the 17th, 2024. You may say, hey, wait a minute, Eric. Why are you doing Raw now? Well, as you know, Raw today was on at 3 o'clock on the net. Now, with Netflix, you can watch basically about any place, basically watch any show anywhere and any time. But here's the thing. They decided to emanate Monday Night Raw at 3 in the afternoon. The very first time this has happened, all right, in the WWE, in the 32-year history of Monday Night Raw, no show has emanated in the afternoon before. No, is aired. Not even on the USA Network. All right. So, and just it's live, not taped, live. All right, live Monday Night Raw at 3 in the afternoon. So, for those of you who do not wish, okay. Before I continue on, I want to give a shout out to BJ. BJ was a friend of Brandon's on the Media Mogul group on Instagram, and they talk wrestling and stuff. And Brandon decided to invite him on to the show and to get his show out. BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. We had the other half, Ryan Milky 14, on our show a few weeks back, and we had the other half too. So check out his channel. Also, BJ Drinks Beer. I know doesn't post much on it, but BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. Check them out if you can. Also, I want to give a huge welcome back to Jordy Scow. Ever since Wednesday last week, he has been under the weather. He is good, but he's feeling a little bit better now. But he's going to save his energy for Rant and Rave this Thursday. He's got a lot to talk about. WWE 2K25. I did it again. 2K25. He's got a lot of thoughts on that, and hope you guys will listen in when he talks about it. So there's that. There was no Bofus on today because it was St. Patty's Day, and Gary, the original, host, the main leader of the crew, probably had to work a late shift or something like that. I don't know, but Bofus will be back next week. Okay, I'm hoping they will. So they postponed the episode again until next week, and we shall see what happens there. So I got the formalities out of the way, but here's the bigger formality. If you do not wish to hear what happened on Monday Night Raw, you could stop watching this right now and move on. Okay, but if you're curious about what's happening on Monday Night Raw, keep watching the video. That's all I gotta say. Okay. So you don't want any you do not want to have any spoilers. Stop watching the video at this point. But if you decide to hear what's going on, just move on. That's all I gotta ask. Okay? And just keep watching the video. Okay? That's all I ask. Either you can stop watching from this point, or keep going and watching the video. All right? So, for those of you who want to know what's going on, Monday Night Raw from Brussels, Belgium. And funny part is that Karrion Kross made a joke on Twitter. He said, I'm going to find Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm going to beat him up and thank him for his childhood. And he beat up some poor soul. He said, no, that's not Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'll see you Monday Night Raw, maybe. Karrion. He's even going to find some Belgian waffles and go hide somewhere. Karrion, my man, bro. Scarlett, you could have been there to tell him, hey, honey, don't do that. We're going to get in trouble. Bring your wife wherever you go next time, Karrion. That way she'll be your conscience. Goodness sake, man. Anyways, Corey Graves is filling in for Pat McAfee because Pat McAfee's still doing his podcast show back here in the States. So it's good to see Corey. It's good to see Corey Graves back on the main roster, back on Monday Night Raw, possibly for the next couple of weeks. So we shall see. John Cena kicking off Monday Night Raw and addressing the Brussels crowd, and he laced right into the crowd to the point where he says, "I'm breaking up with you. It's over." And he says, "You're not going to see me change my clothes. You're not going to hear different music. You don't deserve it." I'm like, dude, when your personality changes, you have to change the music. You know, it's like for the past 20 years, I gave everything I've got, and then you guys turn on me. Listen, Cena, you have to be expecting this after One Night Stand 2005, when he faced Rob Van Dam for the WWE Championship. I mean, listen, and you know what? And it's all Vince that's been doing this to you. I can understand why they don't want to mention Vince McMahon. All right, that's all. I blame Vince mostly for seeing his success, but that's okay. But he laced right into the fans, man. In fact, John Cena, he tried to do this he tried to say it's one of his quotes that he did on Twitter or X, and fans booed him, and then he started lacing right into the fans. I'm like, this is a Cena that snapped, ladies and gentlemen. This Cena has snapped to the point where I'm like, he even berated the kid at ringside. It's like, we're in a toxic relationship. Guess what? We're done. I'm done with you. It's over. But then Cody Rhodes interrupts John Cena, responds to John Cena and when John Cena's about to talk, Cody Rhodes goes, enough. And then all of a sudden he goes, if I see this, I'm going to walk right over him. I want to see John Cena, not this. And then he jumped out, he bailed out of the ring, high five fans. So Cody Rhodes had his say. I think he sees Cena as a weakling with there's all the gear he has on and stuff. He's like, this is not the John Cena that I know or that I wanted to face. So it seems like to me, John Cena, he's still got that sourpuss look on his face. He makes Steve Blackman look like he has a personality, for goodness sakes. He's like, I'm John Cena. What the heck is that? So we'll see what happens here. No holds barred match. Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser. And Penta ended up winning that matchup. And Kathy Kelly, who looks like a hot school teacher in her outfit, very gorgeous, and interviewed Penta. And then Penta has decided to set his sights on the Intercontinental Championship. I knew when I was talking about this matchup with Jordan, BJ, and Brandon, as you know, itchy something in my eye. When I talked with Brandon, Jordan, and BJ about this, I said, whoever comes out in this matchup, or whoever, they'll be contending for the Intercontinental title. I got a hunch. And then when Penta wants the Intercontinental title, you know what? Penta as the Intercontinental Champion would be pretty cool. Well, Judgment Day was talking in the locker room, and then Finn Balor wishes Liv and Raquel good luck in their matches and all that. And Dominic Mysterio said, hey, thank you for the Intercontinental title. We need another member. I'm thinking of Penta. And Finn Balor says, after I heard what Penta just said, and freaking Balor was upset with Dirty Dominic. So, and basically walked away. Unbelievable. Then Dakota Kai versus Ivy Now of American Made. Chad Gable arrived late, and then he also got involved in the matchup, and the Creed brothers did too. But then Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio jumped them, and then chased him out of the arena. Dakota Kai took advantage of it, hit the kick, and the chiropractor 1, 2, 3. Or was it the go-to kick? 1, 2, 3. Dakota Kai could be one step closer trying to contend. Trying to contend for once again the Women's Intercontinental Championship held by Lyra Valkyria, who will be defending that title next week against Raquel Rodriguez. And so Adam Pearce was overseeing the WrestleMania Women's Title World Title match contract signing between the challenger Bianca Belair and the Women's World Champion, the lovely Io Sky. And as they put pen to paper, Rhea Ripley comes out, starts barking at both of them, and then Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley arguing once again. Io Sky was getting sick of it. Bianca Belair pushed her, and then that was it. Io and all three women fought, and Rhea placed them on top of a table, grabs the contract, and signs it. She's not in this matchup, and it looks like Adam Pearce is none too happy about it. Then Jey Uso addresses Gunther. Gunther confronts Uso, saying, "I gotta talk to your brother," and then he starts talking about his brother, and then Jey Uso went after him. The officials and Adam Pearce goes, "I'm not in the mood. Get separated. Go to your match." And Jey Uso went up against Austin Theory, and in about a minute, Jey Uso wins the matchup. And then Grayson Waller tried to get involved. Jey Uso super kicks him, and then as he chases both men, A-Town down under out of the ring, Gunther tried to put him in a sleeper hold, but Uso gets out of it and brawls with Gunther and walks. And Uso stands tall. Finally, Jey Uso not got a sleeper hold on him again. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley and Pearce confronted. Ripley was in the back. Pearce confronted her about signing the contract. He said, "I want in on this matchup." He goes, no. Then Bianca Belair and Io Sky went after Rhea Ripley, and all three women starting to brawl. I'm telling you, triple threat. If I were Adam Pearce, I would put Rhea Ripley in the matchup, unless you want her to continue wrecking shop. So there's that situation. Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee went up against the Creed brothers, and the LWO did pick up a victory in that matchup, but then that masked American guy attacking Lee and Mysterio again. Who is it? Who is this guy? The new Rey Fenix? I don't know. Who knows for sure? And security decided to chase the masked American guy away, which is pretty funny. And then Seth Rollins addresses the Brussels crowd about both Roman Reigns and CM Punk. This is going to be an interesting situation nonetheless. Then Kathy Kelly interviewed AJ Styles about to address Logan Paul. And then Karrion Kross starts speaking something to him, and he goes, "I'm listening." And Karrion Kross and Scarlett, and then it seems to me that Karrion Kross and Scarlett playing mind games with AJ Styles. What's up with that? Who knows? Like I say, Karrion Kross, I think he's been thinking funny since he accidentally beat up some poor soul, according to him on X, and thinking that he's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Dude, what's up with that, bro? Come on. It'd possibly be a Jean-Claude Van Damme impersonator. Dude, you gotta... Then Braun Breaker was about to head to the ring to defend the Intercontinental title against Finn Balor, but then Penta confronts Braun Breaker before the title defense. And then the match happened. It was the main event. And Carlito and Dominic Mysterio get involved. Dom Mysterio tried to help out Finn Balor and accidentally got Finn Balor in the nads with the turnbuckle. And Finn Balor was not very happy. Braun Breaker took advantage of it. 1, 2, 3. Breaker retains the title. But then Dom and Carlito decide to attack Breaker after the matchup. But then here comes Penta, who comes out and confronts Breaker once again and hands him the Intercontinental title. So I think Penta's made his intentions well known. I can see Penta going after the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. I want to see Penta having a WrestleMania moment. That'd be really cool. So, that's all the time we have on this episode of the show. Thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to write it on the description that if you do not wish to hear what happened on Monday Night Raw, don't watch this video at all. But if you do watch this video, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I did warn you. If you complain about spoilers, don't say I didn't warn you. I did warn you. Okay? So, thank you all for having a wonderful... Oh, check out the new intro. I made a new intro for this. Once again, BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. Give them a follow. Give them a subscribe to their channel. Of course, I give them a shout out and do appreciate BJ coming in and interacting with us. Who knows who we're going to have on our next live reaction? And we know tomorrow we got High Rollers with a new intro. Of course, High Rollers, we got NXT. Wednesday, we got the Joker's Wild Wednesday with a new intro as well. And a new thumbnail. All right, 2 new thumbnails, 2 new intros for both High Rollers and Joker's Wild gameplays. Now, we're going to do. And then Thursday, we got Pressure Luck again. New intro, new thumbnail. And we got TNA, we got Rant and Rave. This Thursday, Brandon is not going to be on Rant and Rave. That means Jordy Scow will be taking over the show. And we're going to have some fun, So, all this week, we're halfway through March, folks, and we're 3 days away from spring season. Thank you for tuning in, and until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.